For the last 6 months or so, we've been working with the Welsh Government through a programme of works funded by the Nature Fund in conjunction with a series of partners and relevant organisations locally to carry out a programme of practical works on the Castlemartin Peninsula. One of the focal points of the project was the Stackpole lakes and looking at how we can manage them sustainably now and into the future. When these lakes were first created, 200 years or so ago, they were all open water, but successively since then they've silted up. The problem with increased siltation in the lakes is it encourages greater vegetation growth, and that means that there's a loss of open water habitat that the species and the lakes are dependent upon. We've been working with our partners, Natural Resources Wales, as well as the adjoining farmers, to see what we can do to improve the situation.
Hello, I'm Paul Collier of Natural Resources Wales, and I've been helping with the Nature Fund project here on the Castlemartin Peninsula. One of the interests we've had is looking at the lake water quality and reducing the amount of silt and sediment coming into the lakes with the associated nutrients. So what we've done as part of the Nature Fund project is put in these small silt traps, which we can hopefully trap some of this silt that's coming in from the catchment and then remove that at regular intervals and improve the situation in the lakes. So here we are at one of our neighbouring farms at Stackpole, and we can see some of the work we've done here to manage some of the clean water. The building's behind me, the rain falls on that and of course is clean, but once it mixes with the dirty water of the yard, that becomes a problem to deal with. So here we've managed to separate this clean roof water into the lagoon behind me, and of course the farmer can then use that for cleaning the yard and other domestic purposes around the farmyard, and it just reduces the volume of dirty water that he needs to deal with over time. One technique we're using here is precision farming as part of the Nature Fund project, used extensively in the arable farming world but new to livestock farming. The idea is a very fine-grained analysis of the soil nutrient levels and then allowing the farmer to really custom apply nutrients in the form of fertilisers in light of that information, so no over-application of nutrients. With this trial of using precision farming here, we're hoping to reduce the amount of nutrients entering the lake system through the groundwater or in the stream water, and this will really help the ecology of the lakes.
One of the elements of the Nature Fund project focused on Freshwater West and Gupton farm, and I'm going to hand over to my colleague Chris Oliver, and he'll explain to you about the work to increase access, the new bird hide, the reed bed management and the sand dune creation.
Gupton Farm is a really interesting site. Its conservation value is incredibly high as well as its social history. We have a wide range of habitats. The reed beds in particular are of particular interest, especially for their bird life. And the management we've taken place here is a rotational cut where we've gone in with a specialist tractor and we've cut a set area of reed bed, and within that we've excavated ditches and pools which increase the habitat value and hopefully attract far more species and increase the diversity of the area. We couldn't manage a beautiful site like this without allowing public access in some form or another. So thanks to the Neptune Fund, we've been able to produce 5 kilometres of permissive paths which take you around the various habitats of the farm, including the reed bed, dune grassland, the sustainable agriculture aspect, and the agricultural buildings can be seen from a distance as well. It's been done in such a way that it's very discreet. We've used, where possible, local timbers, sustainably sourced and milled locally, and we really hope that people will come in and enjoy this beautiful walk and the wildlife that they'll see within it. Another thing we've been able to produce very much thanks to the Neptune funding is this beautiful roundhouse bird hide, which was made almost completely out of timber from the estate. It was made by Andy Gill of Phoenix Woodcraft, who's a roundwood timber framer, who's produced this beautiful structure with a reciprocal roof, so it's completely unsupported. We really hope that this is going to provide an opportunity for visitors and keen birders alike to come in here, be sheltered from all the weather that we get here in Pembrokeshire, and enjoy the wildlife for years to come. So here on the dune grassland reversion areas, we have dug these dune slacks, and the idea behind these is that we're exposing new ground, opportunities for water to fill the holes that we've dug, and also for new plants to colonise this brand new space. What's really important about this area, about this particular stack, is the fact that it is sand underneath. You can see that this was a dune grassland, and that's what we're trying to revert it to. Money from the Nature Fund was instrumental in making this happen, and it's just going to take a few years for everything to establish.